Yo guys, what's up? I'm about to show you 3 recipes that are gonna change your life because I am breaking down a rotisserie chicken for you. We got it at Costco, but you can get them anywhere in the grocery in the hot section. And I'm going to use the entire rotisserie chicken, no waste here, to make 3 delicious recipes. As you can see, I split it up as evenly as possible so all the recipes get the right amount of chicken. The first recipe we're gonna do, I'm gonna set 2 of these guys aside. And we're gonna start off with a really simple, delicious chicken salad. It's also really customizable. You can change up the seasonings, you can change up any of the add-ins. You can do nuts for crunch, but I like it really simple and green. So first thing, I'm going to take the skin off. You always gotta save that because you're gonna eat the skin. It's my favorite part. So this is your thigh and one of the drumsticks. So this is all delicious dark meat. All right, so we've got all our chicken and meat pulled off the bone, and I'm just gonna chop it into like chunks. I like bigger chunks, but you can mince it up finer if you prefer smaller chunks, but you can also do like cubes, whatever you prefer. So this right here, if I could eyeball, is probably like 8 to 10 ounces of chicken. So in this bowl, I have 6 tablespoons of mayo and 2 tablespoons of sour cream, and I simply mixed it together. And I'm going to add the chicken right into that. So we're gonna set this bowl aside for right now and get all the veggie add-in. So I love celery. It provides such a good crunch. And this right here is 2 stalks. Perfect. We're gonna add that right to the bowl. And then I'm going to do 2 stalks of scallions. So you can also do white onion, but I find that scallions have less carbs. So I like the onion flavor, but I don't want the carbs that you get in a normal white onion. I'm gonna add that right in. And then this is fresh dill. Parsley is also another one that a lot of people like to use. You can do as much or as little. I really like the taste and flavor of dill. I'm gonna finely chop this up, add that in. Now, this is my little secret ingredient. I love adding bacon bits to everything. I add it to my egg salad, so naturally I'd add it to my chicken salad. You could also cook up fresh bacon if you prefer that to the bits, and then allow that to cool and chop that in. So I'm just gonna eyeball it. Probably like 3 tablespoons. And then this is important. You wanna heavily salt and pepper. I'm gonna use some pink salt and some black pepper because these 2 are the only seasonings that are going to season this chicken salad. So I'm gonna go pretty hard. And then you can always taste it and add more. And then the best part, we're gonna give it a stir. So that's it. That's how easy it is. It looks delicious. Like I said, you can add nuts. You can add parsley, you can add white onion, you can do really whatever you want. You can even do hard-boiled eggs. A lot of people like to do that. But I'm gonna let this chill in the fridge and then we'll come back and try it. But we're gonna make our second rotisserie chicken dish. For recipe number 2, we're gonna make a really quick and easy buffalo chicken dip. No oven required. We're just gonna make it all really quickly on the stovetop and then you can just eat right out of the pot. So right here I have all my chicken taken off the bone. And so I'm just gonna also, again, chop this up really roughly. Okay, that looks perfect. So I'm going to set this aside. Now we have a pot here and we're gonna heat this to a medium heat. And 4 ingredients. This is what gives it all the flavor. Frank's Red Hot, I love this. We're gonna use ranch. So normally we will use blue cheese. We love blue cheese, but today we're gonna try out ranch and see how that goes. We're also gonna be using some mozzarella cheese and some cream cheese. And then we're gonna chop up a jalapeno and get that cooking down, and that'll give it some added spice and just flavor and color. So first thing I'm gonna do is chop up 6 ounces of cream cheese into blocks. And then I'm just gonna add this to the medium heat saucepan. Very hot already. Next, I'm gonna add half a cup of Frank's Red Hot to the cream cheese. So as the cream cheese melts down and heats with the hot sauce, I'm gonna bring back the cutting board and I am going to dice up half of this jalapeno. I don't like a lot of spice if I'm being honest, so I'm just gonna go half. And I'm gonna add this into the saucepan. Next, I'm gonna add half a cup of ranch. You can also use blue cheese, whatever you prefer. And then I'm gonna give that a quick stir. It's coming together. And then I'm gonna add in the chicken. And then our final ingredient is mozzarella cheese. You can be as liberal as you want with this. I'm gonna do half a cup. And normally, if you did wanna bake this, you could just pour this right now into a casserole dish and then top it with all of the cheese. But since this is just gonna be a quick dip and I'm gonna maybe eat it for a snack or eat it for a meal, I'm just gonna add the cheese directly in and let it melt down. Give that a stir. All the cheese and the Frank's Red Hot sauce especially is gonna have a lot of salt already. So I don't think you need to salt it at all, but you can add in garlic powder. You can add in more spice with cayenne or paprika, black pepper, whatever you want. But I like to just keep it really simple like this. And this is the perfect second recipe you can make with your rotisserie chicken. Let me put them in a bowl for you and show you what it looks like up close. That looks so good. So I'm gonna set this aside for now while we make our third rotisserie chicken recipe, and then I'll come back and taste them all. All right, guys, number 3 is probably my favorite. This is very indulgent, very fatty, super delicious, and you can also change up the veggie with whatever you want. We're gonna be using asparagus for this, and then as you can see, we mostly have the chicken breast from the rotisserie chicken here, and that's because we're gonna be using quite a bit of cheese and heavy cream, so that fat is gonna balance out this high protein meat. So first thing we're gonna do is get our pan heated to medium heat, and we're gonna add in 2 tablespoons of butter. As that's melting, we're gonna chop up our asparagus. I have like 7 or 8 spears here. You can use as much as you want. Another great option for this would be broccoli, because this is like a chicken Alfredo without the noodles. They're a little over an inch. And then I'm also gonna cut my chicken into just like large chunks. Mostly like that. Once it looks like your butter has fully melted, we are going to add in some minced garlic. We're gonna add 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. And then we're also gonna add in the asparagus. So this can cook down briefly. So after about 2 or 3 minutes, it'll still have a nice crunch to it, which is what I like. If you prefer no crunch, then you can just cook it for a little longer, and the asparagus will get softer and softer as it cooks. Now I'm gonna add in the heavy cream. We're gonna add a half a cup of heavy whipping cream. And now I'm gonna add in the cheeses. We're gonna be using some mozzarella and some Parmesan. I love this combination. It's super flavorful. The Parmesan has a slight nuttiness. So we're gonna do 1/3 cup each. And the cheese will thicken this sauce up. It is looking good. Now we're gonna add in our chicken. Give that a nice toss. And then we're gonna hit it with some salt and pepper. And again, the cheese is super salty, but I still want some salt in there. And then I like a little color as well as some spice, so we're gonna do some paprika. My favorite, always. Bacon bits. Bacon bits add a little crunch, a little bite, a little texture. Just gonna eyeball it. So this has a lot of textures going on, a lot of flavors from the cheeses, from the asparagus, from the chicken. So definitely make this, give this a try. This is probably my favorite. So let me bowl some up for us, and then we can try all 3 of these chicken recipes. That's how easy it is to use an entire rotisserie chicken to make 3 very different, delicious recipes. And just a quick note, when you're looking for your rotisserie chicken, most I've found will say they have some sugar or dextrose. The one I got did, but it's always very minimal. Now I'm gonna try them. I'm so excited. This is the chicken salad. Wow. Fresh dill really makes a difference. Or fresh any herb really makes a difference when you're making a chicken salad. Crunch from the celery. Now, this dip. Oh, wow. And then there's a kick at the end. This is great. You can use celery, zucchini. I love zucchini. For dipping, you can use flackers, you can use pork rinds, you can eat this on its own. High in fat, has the protein, and it's super spicy and flavorful. And then finally, my favorite, it's a cheesy chicken Alfredo with asparagus. I feel like I'm eating chicken Alfredo. You don't even need the pasta. The asparagus is crunchy, it's fresh. Any vegetable will do great in this recipe. And you can also change up on the cheeses. That'll be really delicious. So these are 3 quick recipes you can make using a store-bought rotisserie chicken. Feel free to comment below and let me know what other recipes you think would go great with a rotisserie chicken. Thanks for joining me. See you soon.